Cricket has always formed a firm part in the national identity of Australia, a sport deeply enriched in the culture of our nation across the country from grassroots and local cricket right up to the elite standard. Australians associate with the game for many reasons, including the social nature and love for the game itself. Studies in 2014 show cricket has over 1 million participants across Australia, including 300,000 females, making it the top participation sport in the country. Studies in 2011 further indicate that 93% of Australians had watched cricket on TV at some point. Throughout history, there have been many instances which have changed the sport as we know it. The focus of this presentation is the evolution of Kerry Packer's World Series cricket in the 1970s and more recently the 2020 Big Bash League, Australia's revamped domestic 20-over competition. Both these developments in the sport have revolutionized and created never-before-seen interest right across the country from people of all ages. Kerry Packer, who assumed control of the Nine Network in 1974 from his late father, had the vision of bringing cricket to a larger audience. His bid of $1.5 million to telecast Australian Test matches in the 1977-78 season was rejected, the Australian Cricket Board opting to continue with the previous telecast partner, the ABC, in a deal worth 8 times less than what Packer's offer was. This angered and frustrated Packer, which led to secret signings of the world's best players from all the leading cricket nations. After the signing of then England captain Tony Greig and West Indian superstar Clive Lloyd, along with 13 of the 17-man 1977 Australian Ashes squad, it was clear that even before World Series cricket had ever begun in its first season, cricket itself at the elite level had developed from a national pastime to one source of income and livelihood. As cricket made a resurgence in popularity during the 1970s, with the help of a successful and well-liked Australian team, featuring names such as Dennis Lillee, Jeff Thompson and the Chappell brothers, Australians wanted to see more of the game they loved and the players they admired. Packer and World Series cricket provided this not only to the Australian public but to the world. Cricket was played under lights in prime television time slots, making it the ideal sport for families across the country to enjoy. As colour TV began to become readily available to many, World Series matches were played in coloured clothing, which added to the already incredible spectacle which had never been seen in the sport. In 2011, Cricket Australia revamped and repackaged the domestic 2020 competition. Initially, traditional state teams would play in regular 2020 matches spaced throughout the summer of cricket. Many believed this had become stale, causing Cricket Australia to make drastic changes to how the competition was formatted. The Big Bash League was adjusted to city-based franchise teams, based in capital cities across the country, with 2 teams based in both Melbourne and Sydney. The idea of the restructure of the competition was to rejuvenate and redevelop a national interest starting with the younger generation of fans. The Big Bash League is marketed towards family involvement and participation. Each team is associated with a bright, vibrant colour, which further adds to the spectacle of the already exciting 2020 format of the game. Along with bright lights and exciting cricket, the round-robin tournament is placed right in the middle of the summer school holidays in December and January, and with ticket prices kept low to ensure it is easily accessible for families, it means the Big Bash League is the #1 family night out of the summer. With an average attendance of 28,279 fans to each game and a record attendance of in excess of 80,000 at the MCG, the Big Bash sits at number 9 on the list of the world's best attended sports leagues. In 2013, Network 10 paid $100 million for the rights to broadcast the Big Bash on free-to-air Australian television. An average audience of 943,000 tune in to the coverage each match, and a recorded audience of 1.9 million watched the final of the league in 2015. Network 10's coverage has been met with glowing reviews for its light-hearted nature and in-depth cricket analysts from former stars such as Adam Gilchrist, Ricky Ponting, Mark Waugh and Stephen Fleming. In conclusion, World Series cricket and the Big Bash League are 2 very similar instances of how cricket has developed to ensure its longevity and place in Australia's culture by targeting large audiences to promote the game at an elite standard and allowing the interest to filter down to grassroots levels to increase participation and popularity.